know how to describe that. Mark Hall is incredibly difficult to take down, insanely difficult to take down. In his semifinal with JoJo Smith, JoJo was super close to taking him down several times and just couldn't close it. Mark, in addition to knowing what he's doing, has an uncanny ability that he can't even teach.
Yeah,
Shot by Nolf.
Yeah, second time he's attacked below the knee. And he's really torquing on that knee of Hall. The official going to blow it dead. And Nolf, one of these guys, you know, people are talking, hey, he can win the NCAA title next season or contend or, you know, at least be top 2 or 3 guys.
Passive blue? He was just on a shot. You just stalemated a shot. Are
2
you
shots.
kidding me?
Keep in
You
mind.
just stalemated a shot. You call him for passive 10 seconds later. You know, the look on Hall's face right now, his body language, I would say, is that
and
he's almost a little too focused.
I will say that Cale Sanderson just got yellow carded.
Maybe a little tight.
Yeah, a little tight.
For Marky. He looks...
He does. He does look a little stiff. Nolf is firing him off. And you mentioned motor.
Watch how difficult
They're going to
take
say
down 2, and let's see if it's white paddled.
Yeah, still white paddled.
I will not believe that Mark Hall is taken down until he's completely and utterly taken down. Now,
please tell me you just saw what I just saw.
Yeah.
Hall just hit a gut wrench with his leg up above the shoulder of Nolf.
we got to fix this score. We got a challenge involved. Jason Nolf nearly had a takedown. Did he have a takedown? Cale throws the cube. Meanwhile, Hall counters, gets a gut wrench
around his own thigh.
Now there's only 2 points on the board.
I mean, I'm thinking the 2-0 would be correct. If you have no takedown Nolf, and Hall weasels his way around behind.
So you're saying he scored on the gut and not a takedown and then the gut.
Correct.
Okay.
I don't think Hall had a takedown because Nolf still had his leg above his shoulder in a single leg position.
Gotcha.
But I'm not sure what Cale is challenging here, to be honest.
He's challenging that Nolf had 2.
Nolf had 2 before
that sequence.
Hall wrapped around.
And I think it's a good challenge. I don't know that he did, but I think it was pretty close.
Well, here, we're getting a good look at it. And that was close. Yeah, that was most definitely close.
How does Hall not get taken down? Ever.
So he's in on the single leg. Trips behind. Boom.
Is that 2?
Boom. Is that 2? Did he have control? That's the question. And the verdict is...
Was that the NCAA tournament? It'd probably be 2. I don't think they're going to change it.
So again, we're getting a look at it on the big board. They have no 2 called through that. The official's still discussing it, taking a number of looks at it. So is that 2 right there? It would be an instantaneous 2. You know?
Right, here we go again. And this is too far. This
is after the fact.
I see what you're saying here about the gut and the no takedown because he has the leg.
Yeah, he still has the leg, and Hall wraps around his own.
So, okay, let's see what they say. Okay, now they're going to give Nolf a 2. They're going to give Nolf the takedown, but now do they give the continuation? Okay, Brandon Paulson is yelling. What about after that?
And they're saying.
Now, yeah, there's confusion here because the referee is signaling 1 for Hall. That's completely impossible.
Right.
It was either 2 or nothing.
It's going to end up.
Richard, typically when there's a challenge like that one guy didn't score and then it gets reviewed and he did score, do they allow continuation or do they say no, he scored, we're stopping it? Or
what they
let the
do is
sequence continue?
they judge the whole sequence, the whole scoring action.
Okay.
Whenever the whistle's blown.
So then Hall's gut is fair game.
Right. It's 3-2 on the board now, as you see.
Gotcha.
Two gut wrench was
So
confirmed.
when it's all said and done, it's 3-2 Hall, and it's a differential of 1 point.
One
so
point.
instead of 2-0, it's 3-2.
So good challenge by Nolf and his team.
Keeps his brick.
Again, we're still having some officials discussions.
I think if they started wrestling right now, everybody would be happy. And that's what they're going to do. I'm all right with that call. You all right with that call?
I'm cool with it. It looked, I mean, I think instantaneously that was a takedown for sure. You had 3 supporting points, 2 ankles grabbed. Now Mark Hall looking to open up his offense a little bit.
I think Mark would like to get.
Oh,
there.
Big front headlock roll there.
I was going to say.
And going out of bounds.
I was going to say, I think the best thing for Mark right now is to wrestle for a while without these breaks, and so he can loosen up because he looks like he's thinking too much.
A shot from Nolf.
Wow, that was from way outside, and he still makes it count.
Nolf's trying to trip around behind.
Really showing the strength of Nolf, because that's tough to keep up there for a long time.
And Hall doing a fantastic job keeping that hip lock. Now he grabs the ankle, goes underneath.
That is just amazing.
And Mark Hall, you are...
Goodness gracious, you are stupid. Good.
It's killing me right now. I have not seen someone wrestle like this.
Oh, I'm speechless.
Just the wherewithal of him. I mean, just the fact that he knows that ankle's there and he's going to reach between his legs to grab that ankle and pressure back in. I mean, we've seen similar things, but from a junior in high school?
I mean, cumulatively, he gets out of trouble every time.
Now single leg again. Hall circles. 1 second on the clock. They blow the whistle. And we're going to have no points on that.
7-2.
I think we're going to have another challenge.
A challenge for what? A push out? Or they want the full takedown?
Right. They're gonna challenge for the push out. Challenge the one. But it will be the end of the first period, it looks like. And before the challenge, it scored 7-2 in favor of Mark Hall.
Match has been filled with stoppages.
Yeah, it has. Seems like the last couple have, actually. So we're going to look at it. Actually, we've got another match ahead of us here. Law and Berger going at it.
Yeah, there's a challenge on mat 2 as well, mat 3 as well. That would be Tyler Berger. And Cody Law, another Penn State wrestler.
Seen quite a bit of Nittany Lion Wrestling Club in the junior division.
Yeah, juniors filled with Penn State and Oklahoma State guys. Okie State with a big contingent of guys here, so.
Yeah, and I think they want to get the match going. You know, they want Nolf to to continue that pace and, you know, do what he does best.
Yeah,
Wear guys out.
that's a tough thing to do if you're Kale. What are they going to take the brick back now?
Yeah, he took the brick back. And
they said, forget it. There's a challenge on another mat. We ain't waiting. Let's wrestle.
yeah.
That's what I was going to say. It's a tricky thing for the coaching staff, too, because you want, when you have a guy like Nolf who wins a lot on motor, you want to keep the match going.
Yeah, and Hall catches right there. Double unders now for Mark Hall.
This is where Nolf does not want to be. Hall's awesome.
Trip. They're going 2 points right into the gut wrench.
Is that a 4 and a 2, or what are they calling?
They're calling that 2 and 2, so it's a 9-point advantage for Hall, and he's trying to finish this thing up.
To the other side, and they say they touched out. 11-2. Mark Hall, you're ridiculous. Go. Ah.
It's unreal to watch this.
It's like
right
MacGyver. It's just so resourceful.
Outside shot from Mark Hall. He steps around behind.
How about that technique?
That's an amazing technique. I mean,
does he have himself in trouble?
And Nolf going to pop around for 2, 11-4.
So he is takedownable.
It can be done. All slowly rolls over. They're going.
Should be 11-4 there, right?
I'm not sure why they have 11-3 on the board.
One. What are they talking about? One.
I'm honestly, I don't know what.
It was a takedown, sir.
I'm not sure what they scored. A takedown is 2.
The takedown's 2.
That was definitely a takedown for Nolf.
I don't understand. So 2 guys got that wrong?
Correct.
Two guys thought that was 1 point for some reason. How is that possible?
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure.
Hey, look, Chance Marcel or JoJo Smith.
That's an interesting one right there. That's for bronze. Talk about this weight class, man. Deep weight class.
Yeah, this doesn't even need to be challenged. It was just a takedown. It should be like a liaison. It just says, no, this does not need to be challenged. I guess there is with the what do you call them? The Tucci roll up there with
the head official.
The head official.
The jury.
The jury
right.
of
officials.
They're not always watching every second.
Okay, so here we go.
I mean, there's nothing to watch, right? Is there?
I mean, we'll see. I'm not sure. I'm just trying to get a sense of why 1 was called. Hall's around behind. No points yet.
Nolf comes up with like.
Comes out the back. 2 takedown. Not sure what they're calling
what
here.
What are they even looking at? Is there a rule I don't know about?
If there is, I'm right there with you, man. There you go. 2 point. Takedown confirmed. All right, 11-4.
All right, 11-4.
2 minutes to go.
We found out what we already knew. 2 minutes Nolf has to work here, trailing by 7.
As you said before, he's got the motor to do it. Front headlock again for Hall.
He has
reaching
an
for the ankle. He's circling heavy. Around behind. He tried to go for the toss there.
Now, there's Nolf with a little savviness. Reaches in, grabs that leg. Mark Hall looking for a crotch lift off it and gets it.
Pops it through out of bounds. 2 points on the board for Hall.
Back up to a 9-point lead.
that attempt. Nolf Hall backs out of it, and we've got just over a minute to go. Snap from Nolf. He's in on the single leg. Nice misdirection there. Scores the takedown quickly. Solid finish. 13-6 on the board.
Now, you know, Nolf, whereas Mark Hall has been wrestling freestyle since, like, birth, Nolf has never really gotten into the freestyle game, so he doesn't, to my knowledge, have much of a parterre game on top.
Yeah, I mean, they quickly come back to the feet. Nolf again, he's going for that same shot. It's almost like a knee pull single. Over under, probably more Hall's wheelhouse here. So passivity warning there on Mark Hall.
20 to go. Nolf working from front head, trying to drag around.
Yeah, Hall circling on his knees, keeping Nolf directly square in front of him. Still motion. Another takedown here for Nolf. But I think it's going to be too little too late for Jason Nolf, but you were right. You know, he started making some money at the end of the second period there.
Marky's shaking his head. I don't think he was happy with his performance, but that's how good Mark Hall is. Even not on his best day, he's still otherworldly.
And we have a miscue there. Mark Hall is the victor.
Mark Hall, 13-8. He'll be in the finals in Madison.
Yeah, I mean, that was a juicy one. Fun to watch.
I'll tell you, the finals, or the pool challenge tournament in Madison at 74. We saw it here. It's amazing, right?
Well, there could even be some more guys thrown in too.
There's probably going to be some more guys. You possibly think that these two right here might drop. Chandler Rogers at 74 would be a serious threat, as would Anthony Valencia, who opted to wrestle in the senior division. If he drops, he could be a serious threat, no doubt.
So we've got Rogers.
But here we go, yeah. Chandler Rogers, who people have been saying in the Oklahoma State room is doing amazing things. They say he's wrestling very, very well. Here wrestling at the 79 kilogram weight, which is a non-world weight. And Dom Scalise,